Paparazzi, the Bob. Yo, great oratory allows transparency. The truth should be told, not sold. So unlearn and relearn. Yo, I came back to talk about Jamaica's jacket culture. I call it jacket culture. This is part two because I was just thinking about it, and I know two people told me this already that they have babies out there that the woman that they was messing around with gave to their husband or whoever the case may be, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And they was telling me the stories about how they was interacting with these women and stuff like that and how it works. And these two dudes are gallist, meaning that they're sleeping around with a lot of women. And one guy, he's what they call a simp. He would pay his way in. And then the other guy, he just was a dude, a real gallus. He just sleeping around, and I guess the chicks are attracted to his energy or whatever he's putting out, and they catch his vibes, right? But I was saying to myself, women be giving out jackets like this is a goddamn coat drive out here. Like it's cold out here. Why y'all giving out so many jackets? You know what? Y'all don't belong on this island. Y'all need to be in a place that's cold. A place like Alaska or somewhere, or New York in the wintertime, so y'all can give out these jackets when it's cuffing season. Because it's cold outside, man. It's a cold ass world, man. It boggles my mind. And when I say jacket culture, my screen just was low power. When I say jacket culture, I'm talking about everything. Since Jamaica's the #1 paternity fraud, like I was talking about in the first part, the most paternity fraud country in the world, then paternity fraud deal with both sides, because I'm sure it's men out there that know what's going on too, and they're not claiming these kids or saying nothing about it. They're letting the other man take care of it, and they just watching them grow up, and it's all messed up on both sides, man. But mostly the woman, because she carries the baby. Like I couldn't fix myself to tell another person that something is theirs that don't belong to them. Maybe it's just me, my nature. You know, if I was a female, I couldn't do that. Then again, I don't know, because females have a funny nature to them, you know. So if I was a female, I'd probably be thinking a whole whole different way. But me, it's hard to understand how somebody could fix their mind to knowingly know that a baby is not their spouse's or whoever got them pregnant, and they're willing to give it to that man and tell themselves that it's his, knowing that it's not his. That takes a lot to do that. And to live with the lie, and then the kid grow up and chances are he might find, that's crazy, man. This culture is crazy. That jacket culture is crazy. You know, I don't know how big the jacket could get, if it's a bubble or it's like a spring jacket or whatever. Some of y'all wearing coats. It's no longer a jacket, man. It's a goddamn coat now. Y'all wearing a coat. And I know you're nice and warm in that coat because you're on a goddamn island. You're hot. Damn, that's crazy, man. I just was thinking about it earlier. Like, how many people are raising kids that's not theirs, that they think is theirs? I wonder what the number. I remember when I was in New York, I used to watch Maury. And Maury is like a jacket thing, you know, where people don't know who the baby fathers are, and they're trying to give it to a guy that they might have slept with and think. But down here, it's no paternity testing like that. There is paternity testing, but you got to seek it. And the way how people think, they just go. They don't really, you know. I heard of a story where a guy, right, perfect example. A guy, he had 3 kids with a girl, 2 daughters, 1 son. His son became 27 years old. The guy went to America. He started filing for all his kids. The daughters came through, but the son couldn't come through because It wasn't his. When they did the paternity test, the test says it's not his kid. And all his life, he was raising that kid. So he's like, how is he not my son? So now they're thinking it's a fraud thing where he's trying to smuggle a kid up there because in Jamaica, it's hard to get out the country. They think everybody's fraud in their way. So once that popped up, boom. And that's not even his kid. He thought it was his kid. But that's how these things happen. And then if he wasn't filing for his kid to come to the States, he wouldn't have found out that it wasn't his kid. He would have just went to the grave with it. Oh my God. That's crazy when you think about that. And there's people out here that's doing that to people, lying to them, making them feel. Yo, that jacket culture, boy. And I used to hear people say people are jackets. Until this day, people are saying certain people are jackets. And it could be true, it could. But I want to know the numbers. If anybody have numbers or whatever, if you see this video, shoot me an email or whatever, my DMs, whatever, and let me know the numbers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go look it up myself. I'm just, you know, baffled by how people could live a lie, such a devious lie, and it's crazy, man. But the jacket culture get deeper. I'm gonna come with another part. I'm gonna keep coming with different parts until I'm comfortable with the subject, because I'm not comfortable with it. Like, it's so, real and painful. And not that it happened to me. I'm just saying anybody could be a victim of it or be accused of these things. So I got to keep coming with, this is jacket culture part 2. So I'm going to do another part when I come up with something in my head. Carry on, man. I'm a real barber. Yo, barbers, I wanted to talk about something that been on my mind, because I heard an argument with 2 barbers, and I heard one barber say this statement, and I just was listening, and I heard this before, and I heard barbers say this before, but I'm gonna shed light on this situation about something. There's no such thing as the best barber. Or let me break it down, because honestly, you could be the best barber in your shop based on perception and how people think. Or you could even be the best barber in your town, maybe even your city, which is you have to be great to be considered the best barber in your city. With me personally,